Greetings, I am Lies.
That's gonna be a really fun click.
I
am Scandal.
And let's play dragons. Let's play a game together.
Yay!
Yay!
Let's go get our inheritance back. I don't know.
Let's go fight for financial security for everyone. Yay! All right.
We will.
See you later, Grandpa.
Is it starting to show mostly only Dylan? Because
And now they split.
Oh, it's because the other head popped up. Boink.
Elder 1, Elder 2, the other, they just, like I said, they're identical, so they just sort of gently illusioned out.
We can still do this.
I love this. All right. Or perhaps we could feed him to a hungry chimera. Ah, where are you going to find a chimera around here? You could just eat him. Excuse me. Hi. Oh, you've kind of multiplied. Hello. The elders turn in surprise as we all burst in.
So we shouldn't have heard that previous sentence,
ceremoniously,
but that's okay.
Unplanned, because we burst in before we yelled that, honestly, so it's fine. Sorry, exalted ones.
They barged in without permission.
The guards move to grab me, but the dragon princes rush in front of me, because the guards are in front of me, on the inside of the door, instead of on the outside of the door, guarding the door, where I went through the door.
Do you guys know how doors work? Dragons, but we're used to big open caves.
It's fine. We closed the doors, and then we had the guards on the inside, and then you guys burst through the doors, and then the guards were up in front of you, still further into the room. So the dragon boys had to run in front of you. It's fine. We got this.
It's fine. It's fine. One day we'll get it right.
It's fine. I touch her, and I'll burn your arm right off, and I know you need that arm.
It's a hot arm, but it'll be even hotter when I'm done with it. No, we do not wish to fight, but we will not hold back to protect Smol. Isn't okay, here's my question. Isn't Smol supposed to be like a natural badass?
Yes.
For your weird genetic predisposition, genetic inheritance bullshit thingamabob, like...
She should be a total badass, and she has held her own fairly well so far in various circumstances.
Okay, so good to know that we're being repeatedly insulted.
They're all essentially undermining our possible abilities.
Yep, it's true.
By being chivalrous. Chivalrous. To the point of...
Your boys will back down if you know what's good for you.
It's all right. We need to speak to her anyway. The guards grumble, but take their leave, now being outside the doors, pulling the doors shut. Oh, well, Smol, it's good that you're here. You'll be happy to know that this Fox character is nothing but a con man. We didn't investigate it ourselves, nor ask any questions either. We just assumed it would be solved in the battle.
Yeah, and we just sort of assumed that, there was an elder that must have been there probably a while ago before we consumed him and assumed his position.
Yeah.
Or their position.
Or that our records could have been wrong, because, sometimes we just don't like to read them and check our facts. It's boring and tiresome.
Oh, no. Being in power...
It's so much work.
So much work. We'll just have you guys do it for us. That's why we like it when you eat each other.
And we don't double check your work either. It's fine. Yes, I know.
Oh? Did you come here to request that you be the one to inflict his punishment?
No, I came to ask that you spare him. And honestly, if I'm the real dragon princess, I should have every right to be here, except that I don't know whether or not this is a closed court session, because I don't know any of your rules and I'm not asking.
I was about to say that we have no information. We don't know how this works.
Spare him? As in, let him go without any consequence whatsoever? I could put him in my harem. Would that be a good consequence?
Everybody looks at him.
What? It's like, what? He's not a bad-looking middle-aged dude.
So you want to be the sugar daddy?
He's like,
You want a child?
He's like, I assume I was going to have one with Smol anyway, so
Why not?
I'll see how that's a lot different.
What's different?
What's different there, huh? Don't you humans have laws and justice?
We also finally got rid of the death penalty in Colorado, so no!
We have heard that, and we're super excited, going, yay! Get rid of the death penalty in more places. Rehabilitate people.
Yes, rehab. Focus on rehab.
We're hoping. People have value. It's fine. Yes, but we have forgiveness, too. Wait.
But we like to hand it out.
You guys, as the elders, don't know anything about the human world either? What is this elder position, anyways?
It is a position of eldership.
Eldership.
Whatever the hell
we all are a ship.
They are.
What Mr. Fox did was wrong, but he did it out of desperation because of our capitalism. But he did it because he thought he was helping his daughter.
Because
of capitalism. He didn't mean anyone any harm. And he was willing to come here and own up for what he did. I think that counts for something.
He made a mockery of our ways with his lies.
You also didn't investigate anything before running a full-on ass trial. And honestly, while I don't want to shit on the three princes, the three of you investigated first and then escalated this. Did you really think you'd done a thorough job before you brought it to the freaking elders? All of them?
This is why there's the Dragon Slayer princess.
Honestly, I
But
should
also-
be blaming you guys because you're the ones that investigated it. And I am the one without any knowledge here, even though I have a genetic privilege of being
how
here at
about
all.
we stop playing the blame game and just solve the issue?
Yes, that
Because
too.
honestly, there's just been a mistake, and addressing the larger overarching issue will actually help us solve the actual problems that lead to this. Oh, stop the infighting! Go after what's actually causing the problem to begin with!
And as my first act as Dragon Slayer Princess, I would like to say that it is required that both of us learn each other's cultures and that we set up an organization for cultural understanding and for the betterment of cultures on both sides so no one ever makes stupid choices in regards to a resource that the other one has based on a deprivation of their own culture. Damn, that's what I'm gonna do.
Not to mention, he almost stole something very important from you.
No, he
Are you
didn't.
really going to go, a boy? He almost stole a boy.
He almost stole your heritage from you. I glance at Phoenix, Dylan, Rye, all of them scooted together. I love how Phoenix is just like, it's fine.
He's like, I'm good.
I totally chill.
I'm most
fine.
positive.
This sounds completely, everyone's so dramatic in all the other kingdoms. In the Fire Kingdom, we just solve it really fast and we're done. We're like bonobos. Everything happens right away. We just solve it. No tension anywhere. You just blast the fire.
Yep.
It's fine.
That's what we like calling it.
That's totally what we call it. We
call
just
getting
burn the tension.
Yes! Oh my God.
Would you like to incinerate with me? Yes!
Doing a bittersweet smile.
Doing a bittersweet smile. I mean, Phoenix is doing a kind of a smile.
I glance at these people though, doing a bittersweet.
I do a bittersweet smile. I'm doing bittersweet. I'm just needle pointing it.
I needle pointed. I pull up going, I did this for you.
Yep. Can you imagine somebody with those funny little needle points, those aggressive, cross stitching?
Oh,
Just
God.
needle points, a bittersweet smile.
Yes, that is super good.
All right. The elders are not wrong. They almost stole all three of my potential husbands from me. The problem is I keep thinking of them all as separate things and as a marriage. If I thought of them all as one thing, then I would feel more like, yeah, you almost stole a thing that was three people from me. Damn.
Oh, shit.
What? But even Mr. Fox's lies cannot break what I have with the Dragon Princess.
Hang on, here's my question. What would have happened, though? So let's say, even if it had ended up being true that Rosemary was also a dragon princess. Honestly, I think it would be very interesting, because then it could be a level of hey, we could work together to know each other, to learn to, work together to help unify, basically, the remaining dragon kingdoms.
Right.
Because there's at least one of them that will be left out, is what it sounds like here.
It's true.
So it would have been very interesting, actually, to have that kind of story. But I know that would take too much time, but I still think it would be cool.
Right. I don't know. I'm like, it feels very weird, again, because we're always considering all three of them together.
And then they tell us to consider them separately, and I'm like, game, you really are kind of undermining yourself.
I know, but I forgive him for it. It's okay. I've only just received whatever this thing is a week ago anyway.
At least as far as I understand, in regards to the justice system, if the other person refuses to obviously press charges, they can't act necessarily independently.
It's true.
On your behalf. It'd have to be strictly about them.
It'd have to be a bigger legal issue more than just you. Yes. I say, but that doesn't mean that's dragon justice. I love how they just sort of zooped back together into one person. They're this eldritch horror that sort of slowly shorps into different amounts of people. It's fine.
I mean, like I said, interesting Hydra. Really kind of cool.
Please, there has to be something I can do.
I love this idea, honestly, that what happens eventually to dragons is that they become the Hydra kind of thing.
Is that as they get closer connections in either their business or their personal lives, they just sort of start slooping together?
Right.
Perhaps there is something. We would like your word that you will choose your dragon prince by the end of this month. But that's tomorrow! Oh. End of the month? It looks like I don't have much of a choice, do I? All of them implying this urgency last night before this urgency existed?
Right.
So much for being too young to marry.
But you know what sometimes people forget? choosing to marry does not mean you will marry them immediately. It means that you can have a really long-ass engagement
I have
period.
struck an engagement.
Aha!
And then also, after I chose, I changed my mind 2 years later when we just didn't have anything in common.
Yeah. I'm like, you guys, like, engagement periods can
Also
last
going,
a long
are you the
time.
elders for all of the kingdoms? Are you a unified government above all of the kingdoms?
Isn't that
What is
interesting?
the
elder-
unified elder system amongst these warring dragon kingdoms that want to be more powerful than each other?
Right?
Or at least posturing dragon kingdoms, if not at war. Okay. I agree to your terms. And I am hurt in my soul.
It looks like I have to thank you again, Smol.
Yeah.
Rosemary and I are in your debt.
Except for you can't pay it, so don't worry about it. It's okay. You, honestly, I wish I could help you.
If there's anything I can ever do for you, let me know.
Given that I don't know what your resources are or your abilities, I don't know how you could help, but I'll keep it in mind. Bye. Take care. I'm sure glad they're okay, though we didn't even see Rosemary at all, and she didn't scream princess as we left.
You didn't have to do that, Smol. Why not?
I know
like,
I
we
didn't.
literally agreed to frickin' do that.
I know I didn't have to. I could have argued back with them, but, the game doesn't allow that. You didn't have to do
What?
that, Smol.
Do...
Yes, I did. I had to help and protect him. What are we talking about? Are we talking about agreeing to marry somebody? Are we talking about helping him? Are we talking about being nice to him right now?
What?
Which piece?
Now I'm confused. You have given your word to the elders.
Oh, that.
You won't be able to back out.
I assume
Even though we all assaulted you last night,
you need
aggressively.
an answer.
It was really weird.
Will you be able to make your choice in such a short time?
Speed dating! No,
I mean, I was ready to make my choice immediately, but honestly, there's only one option. So I feel like for you, it's got to be harder. Because if I was suddenly coming down to Earth and faced with 3 Dragon Slayer princesses, I don't know if I would, or if they all came to my realm. God, they just bash into my bedroom like on my 21st birthday while I'm piled up amongst my harem, and they're just like, "We are here. We're all proposing to you." It might be hard, honestly. I've never thought about your perspective at all, really, and that just was suddenly a really complex thought exercise for me. And you know what? I'm sorry.
Dylan, over on the side. Does it hurt?
A little bit, yeah, it kind of does, okay? It just, don't look so damn smug at me, okay? I guess I'll just have to wing it.
Your life must be incredibly uncomplicated.
Do you guys even have wings?
No.
Damn, that's
As far
too
as I
bad.
can tell, the thing that's also disappointing to me is
She punned it. Yes!
Yeah!
Wing it like a dragon. Her first pun, I'm so
Yeah.
proud.
Yay!
I'm having flashbacks to Lily's garden.
Oh!
That's adorable. Except for we don't, I hope they have wings. So do any of them have dragon?
I don't think
dragon
so.
wings at all? Are we gonna stop on him again? Like, we pan over it, then we freeze here. Just squish all 3 of them in the frame, it's fine.
You've done it before.
They
We
can
know
all
you
just
can do it,
squish
game.
in. They can do it. Phoenix, Dylan, and Rai gaze at me. Their expressions solemn. Except for right there, Phoenix looks like he's side-eyeing. I judge you. He's just
Bitch.
judging Dylan. Dylan.
It's because Dylan was like, "Oh yes, your life is very complicated." They were having a very different conversation.
And then he suddenly like, puns, huh?
What?
Oh, we're making light of this? Wait a minute, hang on.
I'm still judging you, though.
And you get Phoenix going, oh my god, really? Like, I can't, yes, my life is uncomplicated because I deal with things immediately instead of guessing around them. We just get it out there. We are ask culture, you are guess culture. That's your problem.
Is it a problem?
Yes, now don't talk to me. Talk to Smol. Strange. I thought this was what they wanted. Oh no, they've all 3 got used to dating me at the same time.
We
And
really
they
all want to just marry at once.
We all just want this unknown experience of going, we can just continue along this way and it never has to be decided. Each of them has a 1 in 3 shot at marrying me now, I guess. So why do they look so worried for me? Because they don't know if they're a good fit for you.
Oh,
Yay, I'm done with my shit. I mean, my shift.
I actually kind of read that to begin with. I was like, oh, done with your shit now.
Yep.
Did you get fired?
Did I actually go to work today? Did I work a whole day? What happened? What are my scheduled hours anyway? Dear God, I don't know what is my life. I'm the only one on duty today. I was waiting every single table and helping at the bar, and I felt powerful for once because I didn't screw everything up, even though I was really overtaxed. But honestly, being that overtaxed when I'm a skilled waitress was really good for me, even though it didn't serve my customers ideally, because I have wanted to forget about everything.
Well, and also, though, you're considered to be, an essential worker.
Right.
In your coffee shop.
In the coronavirus times, I'm just handing everyone their carryout. It's fine. I got this. Time to close up. Hi, I can't marry any of you. We must social distance. Rye, you're not social distancing. Dylan, kissing is not social distancing. Huh, what? Oh, shit. You guys aren't under quarantine in the dragon world, are you? Oh my god.
What's a quarantine?
It's strange to think that I won't have this job much longer, because I assume that I'll be going to the dragon world, which hasn't actually been officially established, and I haven't asked any questions. Soon, I'm gonna be married and living in the dragon kingdom, I guess. Where are we? Is this outside the shop in the dark?
I think so,
I
yeah.
think it is.
Honestly,
It's like
I'm really
wildly dark.
surprised that really, honestly, Smol doesn't have other friends, because it'd be like, oh my god, guys, I have to make this decision.
And I'm
Can
going
you
to
imagine
live
being
my life.
Smol's friends and going like, oh
What?
my god, this story sounds hilarious
And even if you don't-
amazing, or just being like, I'm here for you, or dude,
Like,
what
whoa.
are you doing? That's again where
Yeah.
I'm like, it's nice to have Corey there, but now that the issue with Corey is solved, Corey just doesn't
He has
exist anymore.
vanished. He's only existed in reference to an issue.
I'm like,
except
you
for
are
in the
not a
first
friend.
scene.
That
Yeah.
was not a friend, that was an obstacle.
No, that was
That was a plot.
That was a plot point.
Yeah.
That had, a personal problem at the
To go,
beginning.
oh no, your very important, strong relationship that you could have with these very valuable 3 hot dudes is at risk.
Oh no!
Yes.
I would say, so yeah, he wasn't a real person. He was a plot device, which is
Really
disappointing.
frustrating.
In the same way that, Mrs. Fox was a plot device and not a real person, even though we didn't meet her, because she was referenced as to why she caused the problem that we ended up in with Mr. Fox.
And you should freaking then, of course, just blame her. More than
Okay.
maybe what she was doing was literally like, she's like, I studied this sort of stuff. I stumbled across this like in college before I ever met somebody, or when I was younger.
Or I
and
dated
basically-
a dragon slayer before you, and
Right.
when they thought we were going to get married, and so they shared everything with me.
Right? Because they're
And
going,
then it didn't
oh,
work out.
yeah, and it didn't work out. And so I'd learned all this stuff, and then I continued studying it. And then when I got involved with somebody else, it was just a thing I kept talking about.
Can you
Because
imagine,
it was
though,
so neat. It was
if she doesn't bring anyone in on this, and she does actually have a real social circle that actually exists, especially online presence and online people, and
she
what she
hasn't
does...
written a goddamn. Sorry.
I say, she hasn't written anything. I was going to say, and then what she needs to explain to these people, her other extended family that doesn't exist, that's not her parents, everything else, is, I'm going to marry a foreigner and move out of country.
Right.
And they go, great, email me. That sounds amazing. When did that happen? Wow.
Wow.
And you're going, yeah, when did you meet him? Oh, 5 days ago. Wow, that's a little impulsive, Smol.
Like, wow, my friend,
I wonder...
are you okay? I know your grandpa's been having some struggles with his business.
This sounds like that so disconnected thing again. Like you're kind of watching yourself walk into your
right.
house. Like you're dissociating and going... And you're not going... I have to think about this, or going, hey, which one do I like? Or I think you're going, I wonder which one I'll end up marrying. Like, it's just going to happen. You're going to end up marrying someone.
You have no choice.
Someone, and it's just going to happen over there. Out there, outside of you.
Again, like I said, this thing that bothers me is where they love putting, like, a limit on crap like this bugs the shit out of me. Because I'm like, it's not. Like, it's...
Is it Raya's turn? Because we've had Dylan and Phoenix recently.
Yeah, okay, it's probably right. Long day?
Huh? Oh,
no.
It's Otto and Freya. Raya's parents. I don't remember their voices, but it's fine.
I don't care
I say,
at all.
what are they doing here? Oh no. Help! I'm being kidnapped!
That's a reasonable response.
Reasonable response. Huh.
But-
I think you did the wife.
I think I think...
Miss Smol, would you please calm down? We're not here to kidnap you.
We're here to talk to you about Ra. Talk to Smol about me.
Right. Remember
Mother?
we didn't give them his accent though, because they're from a
'cause I
different
didn't
kingdom.
know. It's
I say,
Mother, Father, what's this all about? Right? I think this has gone on long enough, don't you? It's time to come home. The Thunder Kingdom needs you.
it's required, and my business casual. I just barely pull it off for the human world. I want to wear better clothes.
Like,
Rai comes to my side, draping an arm
we
around
were
my
right,
shoulders.
though. It is right.
It is Rai's turn. I just puts an arm around me. It's fine. Huh.
Smol needs me too. No. I don't care what the elders say, and I don't care even if she has the birthmark. She is the worst Dragon Slayer princess we have ever seen, which is completely damn reasonable.
Well, that must be an achievement in of itself, right? Hi.
You know nothing of our politics, you don't know how the economics work, and you have very little education in regards to public speaking, presentation, style, fashion. My dear, you are a disaster in more parts than I wish to sum up.
Husband, what you don't realize is that them not equipping you really makes you shit at this, and that is not an achievement to be proud of. Also, it seems like you're shit
Not
at
necessarily.
your own
your fault. However, that cannot be solved.
What is more your fault is that you seem to be shit at your own world and your own culture as well, and very disconnected. You realize this is a position for a public figure, don't you?
See? She's treating this whole thing like it's a joke. Mother! We don't need her, Rai. The Thunder Kingdom will do fine without her. So I will have to say, in regards to a critique for me, I am fucking tired of people taking the mom or the woman-identified character and making her the bitch. Yeah. And the man just going, you're right, I disagree with you. Which is what he's immediately fucking doing, and it pisses me off every time. So I'm sorry to get mad about this, especially at the very end. But here's really one thing that has irritated me for a long time.
As an archetype, as a trope, it is frustrating when you have someone of, and it tends to go for me either way. You either have the man who is man up and be the man you're supposed to be and come do your duty, and the woman goes, oh yes, listen to your father. Or you get the woman going, you know, this is the thing I'm going to nag and direct you into because I know best and I understand things. And the man going, ah yes, honey.
But also then it's like, you're not even trying to make them necessarily even interesting or sympathetic in this way. Because it makes sense, like I could see, so us having that little brief aside for Freya, I guess, talking to Otto about going like, it's really important that there are actually lots of responsibilities and lots of things that you needed to know. That's not your fault that you didn't know them, but this could be incredibly dangerous if this is the culture that we are obviously guessing on for a fake culture for what could happen to them. Yes. They're like, what would happen if we basically married a very highly undereducated, you know,
unskilled individual,
dragon slayer princess, depending on whatever this position is meant to do or supposed to do or expected to do socially. Like, there's loads of layers to this. Yes. Where it's like, you could totally understand why they're upset, but most of the time, as I've ever seen in stories, they just try to make you go, here's another obstacle to step over to prove them wrong. Even though it takes a lot of education and a lot of time and a lot of learning and a lot of willingness to be out there. And as far as I can tell, even so far for this game, Smol is really not interested in learning any jack shit about the dragon world, which is kind of offensive and kind of frustrating.
On the other hand, I find it interesting that there is this experience of going, yes, you've got the genetic lottery ticket, but it doesn't matter because your skills aren't there.
Yeah.
You haven't worked on it. Can you imagine if you had essentially a Harry Potter environment where they go, Harry, you're a wizard. What do you mean your family hasn't been preparing you for this for 11 years and making sure you know about things? There's no way we can take a completely, you know, basically that they wouldn't ever be able to bring in mudbloods unless there was someone, or that not even.
Oh, not mudbloods.
No, not mudbloods. Sorry, the naturally occurring ones that happen in sometimes Muggle families.
Right.
You know, where it's just straight out, you know, you're just a wizard born into a Muggle family, and they go, we cannot take you in. All we can do is control you because there's no way to give you all the context you need.
Right.
Like, that's it. And they just shut you down.
Yeah, no, it's a really complicated topic.
Anyway, I find it interesting that they're going, here's your genetic lottery card, but you didn't, you know, take care of it.
Right.
You didn't nurture it properly, so it's still just a seed. It's not the plant we're looking for.
Right.
The tree we're looking for.
And it also potentially might have a lot more danger, because they did also say that actually Smol has power.
Yes.
It's like, holy shit, she's 21 years old and she hasn't had any exposure to any of this at all. What if her power, in the style of the really regrettable new movies, basically turns her into an Ocurious, basically.
An Obscurial?
An Obscurial, there we go.
Unused power causes problems. Additionally, going, if you are as powerful as whatever a dragon's power is supposed to be and can hold your own in a fight with them, have you never noticed that you're good at sports, unusually strong, unusually fast? This has never been a part of your character. You've been so sedentary your entire life that you've never noticed that you have better physical skills than other people, other than to be like, yeah, I can sit around for 6 months reading books and then win at a race suddenly, and I don't really think about it because it was only for that one thing that I was invited to.
Right? Like, there's lots of layers of issues. You also potentially have somebody then who ends up being what I would call potentially more dangerous socially, because they just go, well, I'm just better than everyone else. It doesn't matter if I sit on my ass for 4 weeks or whatever. I don't need to train like everyone else does. And you sometimes end up coming up with a complex, basically, like, you could have a really bad, basically, like, nasty character or nasty character development for a character going, I'm just better than everyone else.
And you could have somebody that's aware like that, or you can end up with basically a more subtle, essentially incredible amount of ableism, where they just go, why is everyone else so tired all the time?
Right.
Gosh, you really act like you just can't do this. Just stand up and do it. It's fine. You can do it.
Right. Why?
And going, wow.
Maybe though Smol has already done that, and that's why Smol really doesn't have a lot of friends. Corey's the only one who's been able to basically keep up with her.
And basically handle her sort of unaware
Because that would
ableism
explain
of going,
why
nobody
she's
talks to
such
her.
a jerk even to the other dragon boys, like, because nobody's been able to keep up with her. Because
And for
sometimes she's
her,
been really rude.
It's so normal, and she's so unaware of it, again, because she's not involved in things where the value is in physical ability. It's just really like a, come on, it's just stairs.
Right.
Like that kind of thing.
Right.
You know, or just going, just stay up a little later. Come on, we can finish this.
Yeah, all right. Well, again, this has
Anyway.
been really complicated. I love talking about stuff like this, so we will try to cut, though, here.
We're gonna wrap this up.
We appreciate you spending time with us. Thank you. I have been Scandal, and if you actually want to support us, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and share our videos maybe with people who might be interesting, or maybe, like, spark a conversation, or just have fun listening to basically a sort of, like, podcast walkthrough, literary analysis and critique kind of thing, because we have fun doing stuff like this. Like, this is a good time.
Yes.
We like talking to each other, and we also like
love
sharing it.
hearing from you guys when you have, your ideas and things like that. And from the few people who have really talked to us for a great long time, looking at you, Palm and Drakonishi, it's
been
really,
great.
really cool.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
also, for Miss Kiwi Cat occasionally coming in and stuff like that, it's been super cute.
It's been adorable. We and more than just adorable, and I don't mean to say that in like sort of a belittling kind of way.
Like sweet,
it's like
heartwarming.
It's so like it's charming. It's like, God, you want to talk to us? Like that's
Yes,
kind of cool.
it's super cool.
Like we appreciate really just having your time because that is you spending time on us, and that's really neat. And also if you want to support us more directly, though, again, no pressure. My God, I never mean any pressure about this. It's just if you can.
It's there.
It's a thing of going. You have the option also if you want to support us more directly. Please go check out our Ko-fi and our Patreon. We've also got game goals for games that we would like to actually play for the channel.
Yes.
So please, thank you for joining us. And again, I have been Scandal.
And it's lovely having you. Be safe in these corona times. And I have been Lies.
And it was great playing with you. Bye!